say, "Tablet off," and boom. Your toddler's face crumples, tears spill, then the screaming hits. Sometimes it's rolling on the floor. Sometimes it's, "No, I want more." And suddenly what should be one tiny click explodes into a full-blown family meltdown. Here's one quick fix that already helps. Instead of saying, "Off now," try a 2-minute warning. 2 more songs, then done. It sounds small, but that tiny signal softens the crash. And that's just the start. Because screen time battles don't have to feel like war. Let's unpack why they explode and how to finally make peace. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Parents everywhere struggle with this daily battle. One moment your child is giggling at cartoons, finally quiet. The next, chaos detonates when you try to end it. And in those moments you might wonder, am I too strict, too soft, or just failing at screen time altogether? Maybe you've bargained. 5 more minutes, promise. Or maybe you've gone full referee, snatching the device and then drowning in guilt. If that's you, welcome to the club. Screen time battles are one of modern parenting's toughest front lines. Here's why it feels so explosive. Screens light up the brain like fireworks. For toddlers, it's colors, music, endless motion, designed to hook attention. But when the show stops, their brain plunges from party to blackout. And for a 2-year-old, that crash feels unbearable. From their perspective, you didn't just turn off a show. You ripped away joy, comfort, maybe even their sense of control. No wonder it feels like survival. Think of the last time you were deep in a gripping show and someone unplugged the TV mid-scene. Annoying, right? Now shrink your patience down to toddler size. That's what it feels like for them. And here's the trap: making screens the villain. Because when we fight against them, our kids fight harder to defend them. So how do you set limits without turning every evening into World War III? The answer isn't screens, it's structure. First, anchor screen time into the rhythm of your day. Example, after snack, 20 minutes of cartoons. After cartoons, outside play. When kids know when it starts and when it ends, their brains relax. Less shock, less fight. Think of it like a train schedule. Regular stops, no surprise breaks. Kids don't need perfection, they need rhythm. Picture the alternative. Random screen time at random moments. Breakfast today, bedtime tomorrow. For a toddler, that unpredictability feels like whiplash. And whiplash triggers tantrums. Routines, on the other hand, are like lullabies for the brain. Predictable, safe, calming. Second, replace the dreaded "turn it off now" with smoother transitions. A 5-minute warning, 2 more songs, then done. Then a 1-minute warning. Even a sand timer or a colorful countdown clock works wonders. For toddlers, seeing time run out is clearer than any lecture. It's like dimming the lights before bedtime. Your child's brain gets a gentle signal that change is coming. One mom I know even plays the same short song every time screen time is ending. The first notes trigger her son's brain. Transition is near. He still grumbles, but the fight is half as fierce. Third, don't just end screen time, swap it. After cartoons, we're building a tower. Or tablet down, storybook up. You're not ripping away joy, you're trading it for something new. That swap softens the emotional cliff. One dad told me he always pairs the off button with an activity his son loves, like feeding the family dog. The screen ends, but a fun responsibility begins. Another mom said her trick is bubbles. The moment the tablet clicks off, she whips out a bubble wand. Her toddler shifts from meltdown to chasing bubbles in seconds. Not every swap works every time, but building a toolbox of next things makes transitions smoother. Picture it, meltdown moment. You say, "Tablet off," but now you've set the timer, given warnings, and add, "Let's water the plants together." Suddenly, instead of an explosion, the shift is smoother, not meltdown-free, but lighter. The tantrum shrinks from hurricane to rain shower. And when they beg one more show, consistency is your shield. If the rule is 20 minutes, stick to it. The more predictable you are, the faster the protests fade. At first, they'll push hard, but toddlers are scientists. They test boundaries to see if they hold. When they see you mean it, they adapt. And life isn't perfect. Weekends, holidays, grandma's house. Rules bend. That's okay. What matters isn't perfection. It's the pattern. Screens have a place, but they don't run the house. Think of it like sugar. Fine sometimes, but not in charge of the menu. Here's another layer. Choose content wisely. Fast-cut, high-stimulus shows spike the brain harder, making crashes steeper. Slower, calmer content leads to gentler transitions. Sometimes it's not just the screen, it's what's on the screen. And don't forget environment. Screens in bright, noisy rooms keep kids hyped up. Screens in a calm space, with the volume lower, send gentler signals. Small tweaks add up. So no, you're not failing if screen time gets messy. You're steering through one of parenting's hardest storms. Every time you stay calm, hold the boundary, and guide them forward, you're teaching balance. And here's the reframe. Think of screen time not as the enemy, but as a tool. Tools need limits and structure. When you build that, you're not just preventing meltdowns. You're teaching patience, flexibility, and self-control in a digital world. Skills they'll need far beyond toddlerhood. I once met a parent who told me proudly, "It took months, but now when the timer rings, my daughter hands me the tablet herself." That didn't happen through yelling. It happened through rhythm, warning, and swaps. And every time she did it, her brain practiced the art of letting go, a skill even many adults struggle with. And here's the hidden win. When screens are no longer a daily battlefield, the space around them fills with connection. Dinner becomes laughter. Bedtime becomes stories. Weekends become walks. Screen time becomes just one part of life, not the center of it. So next time you reach for the off button, pause. You've got the roadmap. Predictable routines, gentle transitions, engaging swaps. It won't erase every tear, but it will turn screen time from a daily battle into a lesson your child carries for life. And that's not just managing screens. That's shaping how they grow,